Last summer, I flew into San Jose, California to spend most of my day not in San Jose, California. I took various modes of transit around the Bay Area, all of which can be seen on this channel, until it was the evening and I found myself in the East Bay with just a few hours to go until my flight home out of San Jose. And I knew the trip wouldn't be complete without a ride on the light rail system that my viewers have complained about the most, San Jose's VTA light rail. Rail service in San Jose makes a lot of sense. It's California's third largest city, with almost 1 million residents in the city limits. That's more than San Francisco. Santa Clara County, which San Jose is a part of, has twice that. There are many cities around the world, even in the US, with smaller populations that have full-blown metro systems. And since it serves the heart of Silicon Valley, home of the world's tech giants, surely the train is a raging success, right? No, San Jose's light rail is constantly criticized and labeled by many as one of, if not the worst in the country. So I took BART to Milpitas station to ride it for myself. Now, the last time I titled a video, "Is this the worst something something?" it was about the North Star commuter rail in Minneapolis. And now people are talking about shutting it down, so let's not do that this time. Anyways, we're about to arrive at Milpitas BART station, one of the two newest stations on the entire BART system, having opened in 2020.
Milpitas. This is the Green Line train to
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new Trains Are Awesome video. I'm Tom, I'm in Milpitas, California. Just got here on BART, but I don't have any time to talk about that right now. I'm transferring to the VTA light rail. So the transfer between BART and the light rail is super easy, but I had to run anyways because if I missed this 7:26 departure, the next train was at 7:55. So we're on the orange line, going to transfer to the blue line at Bay Point. Before anything else, let me acknowledge the elephant in the room. Yes, I would have gotten to the airport faster if I took the direct bus from Milpitas. But the whole point is that I want to ride the light rail and see what it's like.
The doors are closing.
So far, it's... The interior was not clean, unfortunately. Not absolutely disgusting, but could be better. And the interior of these cars reminds me a lot of the Hudsonburg and light rail in New Jersey. I do really like these bike racks, but part of it still feels kind of cramped, if that makes sense. These cars were built by Japanese company Kinki Sharyo between 2001 and 2005. They are the second generation of trains on the San Jose light rail. The light rail system opened in 1987, and after several expansions, today it is made up of 42 miles or 68 kilometers. There's actually even an abandoned branch, which closed in 2019. There's also a short extension to the Orange Line that is under construction. And there used to be a rush hour express service, but that was discontinued in 2018. The next stop is Bay Point, where we are transferring to the Blue Line. Blue Line trains leave from the center track, a cross-platform transfer. And this second train was much filthier, but it would just be a short ride, I thought. It took more than 5 minutes for the Orange Line train that we were on just to close its doors and continue on its journey. Another 5 for our Blue Line train to leave. That was a lot of time spent at Bay Point.
The doors are closing.
The light rail is operated by the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority, an agency that has a lot on its plate. Not only do they run the light rail and the buses, they are also one of the agencies that manages Caltrain, one of the agencies that manages the Capitol Corridor, and they do highway widening projects. They are also responsible for building the troubled and expensive Silicon Valley BART extension, including the Milpitas station that we were just at. Sometimes they also run a heritage trolley on the light rail tracks, known as the Holly Trolley. What is ridership like? That is a daily average of just 15,000 for the entire system. For reference, that's about how many people use the Foggy Bottom Metro Station in Washington, D.C. on a daily basis.
The doors are closing.
It's bizarrely low, and the subsidy per rider is over $9. If you look out the window, you will see why. Sure, we're running in a dedicated median for most of the trip, which is good. The medians themselves are in these super wide roads that just serve low density areas. Despite the network's sizable sprawl, compared to other rail transit systems, each station just doesn't serve that many passengers. All of that being said, my biggest gripe with the system is not even the long waits, the terrible frequencies, or the poor land use. It's airport access, as we're about to find out. Okay, so I'm at Metro Airport Station, which is a little bit of a misnomer because it's not actually at the airport. I have to transfer to bus route 60 to get there. So I had to cross two really wide roads. And then here's the bus stop for a bus that runs about every 20 minutes. Nice. San Jose Airport has its own shuttle buses, but they only serve parking lots and rental car facilities. Having an airport station, but making people walk a block across a busy street to an infrequent city bus, rather than providing a dedicated shuttle, it was a new experience for me, that's for sure. Made it to the airport. That wasn't too bad, but come on SJC, like a shuttle bus or something. Let me go through security, then we'll talk about VTA light rail. You guys, when I tell you that that security line was empty, there was nobody in front of me, nobody behind me. I've flown through some really small airports before. Grand Rapids, Lansing, Sioux City, Quincy. All of them had more people than here at San Jose. This airport is practically deserted. What's that about? Hey, what can we say about the VTA? Honestly, it is really easy to highlight the negative stuff. There was quite a bit of it, but I didn't think it was all bad. Actually, I was kind of impressed with the speeds that we were going between stations. Also, I don't think there was signal priority, but we didn't actually have to wait at that many lights. The transfer from BART to the light rail was really good. But my trains were dirty. There's like 15-minute wait times on a weekday night at 7. I can't imagine it would be much better on the weekends. And everything is just a waiting game. You know, the train arrived at Bay Point and then suddenly just waited there for 5 minutes. And the gaps between trains are really long. You have to wait for the bus on a corner. It kind of feels like transit users are a lower class of citizens here, and that's kind of discouraging. So VTA has some impressive features, but it could be a lot better. I'd ride it again though. Thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed this video and want more train content, then subscribe to Trains Are Awesome, and we'll see you next time.